What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, go ahead and chill them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT as my AI co-host, and we dive into a wide range of topics in short-form videos just like these. So check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, we have a couple of polls here on Peak D put out by Claiborne regarding the rework of leaderboards. So there's two of them here, and here's an interesting thing. All right, so I'm don't want to read them to you, but the first one that I want to go through has interesting insights here from the team. So 11 months ago, we passed a proposal to rework prizes for leaderboards and stop the DEC printing, which I believe is still coming out to like 4 million a season. It's like 8 million a month. Don't quote me on that. I'm hearing that from secondary sources, but it's still significant, right? Currently, the new system is proposed to be an end-of-season tournament where the top 200 accounts in each format are invited to play in a tournament with some guidelines to encourage fair play. For example, only one account per person would be allowed in the tournament, which obviously has implications for scholars. This also means that those that bought in Wild would have to play manually. The purpose of this poll is to find out how the community feels about this idea before I dedicate time to figuring it out. To be clear, I do not control the team, and my influence over their plans is limited. What I can do is share the stake-weighted feedback. So as of now, I mean, this is not currently passing. I like the idea just because I think we need something. So I am voting in favor of it. Again, this is not a proposal, right? So it's not going to happen. But I also thought the tournament idea was good. I think we need to shake things up for end of season. It needs to be something more. And more importantly, I'd like to stop the DEC printing, right? DEC should only be minted from cards and from SPS. And ideally, in the future, we'll have very, very limited amounts of DEC printed from cards. So the other the other poll here is it gives a couple more options, right? So this is just, should we change the leaderboard prizes at all? And again, same kind of premise, running this, running this to help the team figure it out. We don't have any influence over what the team decides to do, but the options here are much more diverse. And I'll say this, I don't necessarily like the options, and I wonder if that's why people are voting in favor of no change needed, because the options themselves are not fantastic, right? So we should offer current set packs as prizes. We should offer glint as prizes. We should stop leaderboard rewards entirely, and then we should offer reward chests. Now, I just went for reward chests. Again, I want to pick something else because I do think that there is a change needed here, and we've talked, at length about several different ideas. Maybe it's a combination of these things, right? Where you do get end of season glint, where you do get some kind of tournament entry into like something exclusive. To me, that's one of the best options. It just needs to be more thought out. And then maybe you do get some reward chests, but the idea of just printing DEC is super tough. Now, for the people that are high up in the game, the people that are the top players earning that, I think it's going to be tough to convince them unless you can find a way to offer value. And so therefore, what I'm, again, not officially proposing, but what I'm just putting out there is, what if we dedicated a small portion of SPS to that leaderboard reward? Now, keep in mind, this would have to come from somewhere, right? So, and we have a decent amount in the DAO right now. This would either be something that comes from the current rewards, right, which is about 5 million per month, or we set aside a small amount. And here's the thing, I mean, 200,000 DEC is $200, right, worth of value. I think that's the highest that we see. If you were to like get that roughly in SPS, it's not going to be like massive amounts of money, right? It's not even going to be massive amounts of SPS. And in fact, we're looking at this with SPS below a penny. So my thought process here is, should we trade that out? Would just so that people get some kind of monetary value? Should it be SPS rather than DEC? Because the problem is, we are minting, right? We are minting DEC into infinity, right? There's no limit to the amount that can be printed. Whereas with SPS, we have to make conscious decisions because there's only 3 million. So for the time being, we could either take a portion of that from the ongoing rewards, and then once the rewards start to get towards the end of their cycle, we will take a vote based on where the player base is at, where the price of SPS is at, where the game development is at, all of it, and make a decision at that point, versus just having DEC essentially getting printed into oblivion. Now, that being said, is 4 million DEC per season, 8 million DEC per month, is that too crazy? Is that too much? You can make the argument against it as well. I just don't like the idea of having it there from a DEC inflation standpoint. If we are going to offer monetary value, I'd rather it be SPS. But going back to the game side of this, not the monetary side, but the game side, I genuinely think that there should be more to the end of season than just like, you ranking somewhere. It should get you, like, the season should lead to a playoffs, right? Every major sports league has some kind of playoff system. So the ability to get into that in one way, shape, or form is determined by how well you do during the season. And then from there, we really get to determine who the best of the best is. I hope that we can move in that direction. I know that the poll results are not quite showing the appetite for that right now, but I just want to bring this up to you guys since, Claiborne is gathering feedback, and while this is not an official proposal or even a pre-proposal, it's just something that I think you should have your voice heard, and I'm putting mine out there in video form. But curious to get your thoughts on this, curious to get your ideas for how we can revamp the leaderboard prizes and rework just leaderboards in general and end of season processes. But that's all I got for you in this video. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.